Thokozani, I am Paul Wabadimu, the advocate of Reevaluating, and once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for choosing to view this video. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do so by clicking on the subscription button so that you are notified every time there is new content on the channel. Welcome to another episode of Lozy Chat. Happy new month. Happy new year. I hope you all are still standing after that hectic full moon we just come from. I know a lot of us basically go shame. I know. I wouldn't even judge you, but I was actually on my Wabadimu chats on Instagram trying to at least, give you some motivation so that you don't feel alone, because this was a very, very, very rough time. But I'm here, new hair. I hope you're loving this look. It is giving storm. It is giving ice. It is giving I am the queen, the Lozy Barbie that I think I am. So on today's episode, I am going to be talking about, letting loose, letting go, starting over, because it is a new year spiritually. And it's very practically normal for you to feel like you all over the place, you're out of balance. So just take your time in terms of understanding who you are, what you want moving forward. And if you're about to start or embark on anything, this is the perfect time for you, because right now we are really harvesting the seeds that we've been planting throughout the year. The first 6 months we come from as a calendar, but spiritually we have entered into the new year, and most of you should start seeing a little bit more of results in terms of that you're trying to manifest your dreams, things that you wanted to be in sync or aligned to. So that's what this new year is gonna bring, but it's a new season. So I hope you're doing something very special for yourself. Change of hair, whatever. I'm shaved. I'm literally bald underneath. New hair, new everything, new whatever. So get yourself something new. Get yourself a nice dress. Go get yourself some nice nails so that you at least do something to celebrate that at least you've covered another. It was very turbulent, I don't want to lie. This August was showing us a lot of things. We had 2 full moons in 1 month, and we are now going to be approaching, which is our new moon that is coming now in September. So I'm going to be there to guide you, because I couldn't even be online as much as I wanted to, because this full moon was a lot. I was also, dealing with trying to balance myself also spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, because if this full moon did not affect you spiritually, it might have physically. You might have been feeling period pains, cramps, all of those things, or even unnecessary headaches. I tried to stop taking iced coffee, of which that's my crack. I'm addicted to that, but it did not actually amount up to anything. But I'm here today. It's a new chapter. I'm living my best beautiful life. So it's time to make new affirmations in anything and allow the energies. I always say allow and trust in the process. So namhlanje things okhuluma ngayo bantwana abedlozi is that as gifted kids, it is very hard to maneuver this life thing on its own. But now when it comes to certain things around our lives, it can be hard accepting who we are, accepting our life. But what happens to relationships that we encounter, people that we come across us? It is very possible that as umntwana wedlozi, you end up dating or sleeping or flirting or befriending a client wako, and that is common because as abantwana abengulo, it is very hard to sometimes maneuver this friendship and relationship lives, and we always cry, ooh, I attract broken people, or I'm a healer, I'm supposed to attract this type of situation. But in the same breath, it's sometimes costly. I don't want to lie. Sometimes people are meant to come to our lives for a season and a reason, and you need to be able to decipher those things. But it can get very trickier because You might meet someone today, and yes, you are immediately when you meet someone and you have a certain type of, especially once it gets sexual, you are going to start seeing things, dreaming things, and in some cases also seeing their ancestors. But in most cases, we sleep with our clients and we date our clients, we befriend our clients. If you can look, maybe I always say this, look at the people that you've dated, or sort of, because there's always a pattern or something that is wrong with them that keeps on repeating itself. And sometimes you brag and say, oh, my ex is coming back to me and this, then you find good that particular ex of yours is actually a client of yours, but because of you they cannot move forward. So I have to say this, we are toxic as Lozi kids because we love deeply, genuinely, sometimes 3 days, 3 months, 3 years, but we are a lot to handle and deal with. But in terms of relationships, you need to now be able to know the difference, because I always say sometimes kuba nzima umuntu ukuthi umsize, especially once you have walked the route of having a sexual engagement with them, because awilapha into edlayo, awuslapha isitoko. You can't lapha isitoko sakho. But also in terms of friends, someone might come to you and say, you having a certain type of friend, but why are you not getting help from Paul? You're friends with Paul, but why are you not getting help with her? And you find that in the midst of us getting to know each other, we develop a friendship. And that is why you find people come and go. Sometimes the breakups are easier than others, especially when it comes to friendships and relationships. You find that sometimes they are easier than others, but there will always be something that is going to make your paths link at some point or others. So there's a reason why when you were gifted, life is hard, braces, okay? There's a reason why Dalamandulo you would go and uhlale away from community, because you had less interaction, you understand? But now we're living in a new age, and you are gonna be attracted to people. Some people, you're gonna meet a guy, oh my gosh, this guy fits all the description I want. So only find Gutulu was there for a season and a reason in your life. But now the art of mastering all of this is because we are healers, and it does not mean we are omniscient to life's lesson. We go through life, we sometimes learn things the hard way, sometimes sometimes and all of that. And remember, it does not mean that umuntu oze empilweni yakho uzokwazi ukuthi umsize, because abanye abantu are very, you can't basically bring the amarula to the mlomo, or bring the ndlovu to the amarula, if you get what I'm trying to say. If someone wants help, they will be receptive of whatever guidance you're bringing on into their life. Because sometimes you might be trying to make a donkey drink the wine, but the donkey is too drunk of bachuju, and they do not understand that you're trying to give them wine, if you know what I mean. You get me? So sometimes it's also understanding that as much as maybe some relationships or some friendships or situationships, however you want to look at them, because we'll always feel the need to urge. It is within our nature. But sometimes you must understand when to say it's okay. Let them go. Let them move on, because you have played your part. That is why I always say this. As a healer, or as a gifted child, or basically whoever you are watching this video right now, because it is for you. Any situationship, any relationship, any friendship, you cleanse off that. You cleanse off that energy. That is going to help you maneuver, because you are a ball of energy yourself. So if we attache limpo attache li tembi, you are gonna carry all these energies, and that is why utola siakula as people. So There are certain rituals that I personally perform basically at the end of a cycle, especially around these full moon situations, and letting go and purging, or whatever the case might be, of old things that have gone, so that I allow new energy into my life. But those are going to be things that I'll share once we are open enough to have our seminar. And yes, I'm still cooking on that. So you need to know when to cut the umbilical cord. That also is the same thing with abantwana bedlozi. If someone was sent your way, help assist where you're needed and allow to let go. Because remember, as a gifted child, you are also sent into people's lives for whatever season they are encountering at that particular time. You are the perfect doctor or diagnosis from their ancestors. Uguti sihle uzokwazi ukuthi asize uzibanibani kule nkinga asuke akuyo. And that is why you find in most cases, especially if you're a gifted child, usuke uxonya amadlozi wakhabo muntu before you actually encounter the relationship. Sometimes 80% of the time the relationship will not last, and icala actually ko edlozini, you know. But on our next video, I want to go into depth into talking about the dynamics of relationships, marriage, commitments, and all of those things, and how it impacts us spiritually, and how you maneuver around those things, as long as there's certain steps basically. So, but I'll come back with another video for that, because I think it's a new year and we are allowed to learn how to navigate and start over and start afresh. So when it comes to friendships, look out for your friends. What kind of friends are you attracting? And it's okay, but it's very rare. That's what I'm saying. If you have that one or two friends that you're close to, allow. And if you see that, you know, you've gone cold, because not just social anxiety is you've gone cold, or there's no more conversation, or you're seeing whatever you're seeing, allow and learn to tell yourself that I was there to serve a season and a reason. But I know one thing that we all struggle with as healers, or rather caregivers, or whatever you want to call yourself as. We always are there to help and assist people navigate, move forward, take a step, whatever. And sometimes it is very hard because nobody is there for you to reciprocate that type of energy into your life when it is needed. You might feel that, you know what, I'm giving, and not necessarily getting anything back. Look at yourself and don't look down on yourself. Know that it's okay. Something powerful that I was shared with is that your payment might not come in the form of what you are looking for, but it will come in other forms. You might be navigating your life smoothly, you know, utagata every single day, and you still standing. I want to say that, like, that literally in a month, in a week, there's always someone that's planning or plotting. Oh, this, you know, Josie Bobby, who she thinks she's better, she must die. Let me send her, you know, something. But through all of that, you navigate, and you're still standing, and you're still strong, because you give effortlessly positive and good lights to people. So it is okay, because siyazi ukuthi sinjani, when we are around people, you know you are called, you know you're gifted with the light that you bring automatically, just you by being, you know, the power of association with light workers is too darn amazing. As much as we can be so good, honey, we can turn our face and be so evil. Because I mean, the power and the light that you bring, take you, be my friend, boom. I take you, be my lover, boom. And you just know that you a light worker. When you show up as that is who you are. That is the power and the light you carry. And you must know that nothing and nobody is going to take that away from you. But allow seasons, allow reasons, go back reevaluating, because you might be stuck in a toxic relationship thinking, oh my gosh, this is God sent or Josie sent or whatever the case might be, but you to only find that you are stuck with your client. So if you find yourself in that predicament, evaluate, is this a client relationship or is this a relationship? Because what I can tell you, there's nothing that gets so fed up like Josie. Josie gets fed up to here, and it's very rare that Josie will literally make you keep on dating your exes. I like, you know, when you think of those things. But an ex is an ex, that period that has passed, it's okay. But you find that sometimes there's a buffering system. If you find yourself going back to a friendship or a toxic relationship or friendship, you need to reevaluate. Maybe cleanse your energies or maybe redirect them, because as healers, we can also be jack of trades. And it is okay to, maybe you might not necessarily be the doctor for the diagnosis, but you can be the link to the doctor for whatever the diagnosis is. Because, I mean, the biggest misconception or the biggest challenge you can do is making your gift your personality. Live a little. I mean, it's very frustrating for you to be in a relationship and when you are consulting every girl you are dating or every guy you're, Ugogo wako says twerk, Ugogo wako says, oh, that sex position was not the one. Ugogo wako, the reason you are saying to me is because, literally, girl, there's a reason why I don't date Izangoma. I mean, there's a reason why I don't, because I feel most male healers have made their gifts or their calling their personalities. They've forgotten to live and exist within their gifts. I'm out here saying, you know what? I'm a lousy baddie. But I know who I am. I've not made my my gift, my personality, because there's a time and place for anything. I'm able to sit around healers and pretend as though I'm Thokoza. You know what I mean? I'm not there to make people feel I'm feeling or whatever. Or whenever I go step in a room, people are supposed. And that is not who I am. And I think once we can get that out of our head, because I think it's also suffering from low self-esteem or desperation or acknowledgement of some sort. Be bold, sometimes step out. Don't have some beads on, step out and show off your rosy magic, but if you know what I mean. So, but I'm here to spread nothing but light and positivity to your life. I'm here with you. I am your internet gobela. I don't care what you call me, because I know Namatwasana on my Instagram and on my YouTube. But I'm back and we are back to work. I'm so sorry. Our number was hacked to the people that didn't get the message the last time. And also, the mentorship program is open. The detail will be shared. Cleansings are back this month, and also teens consultations have been opened. So teens consultations are for my teens, people that want to talk to me, etc., but are in the teen years. So there are certain procedures that you follow for that, but I'm planning to have a more stable day where I know that those days I cater to you guys, because if I mix you with my other consultation, it tends to be a lot, because I want to give you your attention. And there's also been people that have been trying to request for house calls. I'm actually going to do private settings outside of just going to visit people's home, because you might say, Gogo, I want a private session. Kandi, you are there just thirsty and you want to kidnap me or you want to steal my wig. So I'm not taking that risk. If you want me and you're close to proximity, you will find me. And also, I'm gonna be moving around a lot. It's spring, it's summer, and all of these things, so it's new times. So we just need to relay all these new energies and allow this new energy, whatever it is. So you are this close to all the things that you are putting your mind to. You are manifesting. Allow your new energies, whatever, clear out the old and start the new. You might look at this thing, the spring cleaning, and think, wow, it's an old Magogo thing, but it is a way for us as a people to declutter, to do away with the new and start over, because we're so cooped up. It was, a rough time, a rough season that we come from, an ending of an era, and now we've stepped into a new era. And I think you just need to allow all of those vibrations to enter your life, but also be strict, be disciplined, be determined. Learn to also cut off situations, people, relationships, friendships that don't serve you. It doesn't mean that because you're called or you're a healer or you're a light worker, you need to take on unnecessarily load. No. And don't be afraid to use that block button. Protect your energy at all costs. So my numbers has been down below. If should you seek a consultation, that is the route to follow. But I myself, with the advocate of Idozi, I am available on Instagram and here on YouTube, and we should be having a live very soon, but I'm just being in the middle of a lot of things and I'm just trying to cater blah 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 blah, but we move. Josie, to the max. So anything else, love and light. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, and Happy New Year. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Start a new affirmations book. Set it, forget it, put it whatever, under the bed, under the odd drop, in the ceiling, whatever. And look back. In the next look back, in the coming months, all of those things are gonna be set into motions. So if you're manifesting a new man, honey, manifest him to the T, even his cologne. One can hide. If you're manifesting a new car, manifest it to the T, even the color of the car. If you are manifesting a new job, manifest everything, even the type of desk you want to be at. But in our next video, I'm going to be going a little bit deeper, because our horizons have broadened, and we are doing so much in terms of our spiritual work. So I'd like to thank you. Don't forget to binge on more content here on the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I am Po Wabadimu, the advocate of Idlozi. Ugogo unkomi yahlaba, the Dlozi Bobby. Umamagazeli no punchunus. Umamagazeli no shaga. And I'll be seeing you on our next conversation in Dlozi chats. I hope you enjoy them, because I do. And I cannot wait to be back in the teaching scene. I've been saying, but because I've been busy, guys, don't judge me. But I'm back. So nothing but love and light. I will see you at Ndumbeni, and to the rest of you, I'll see you right here on the social street. Thokoza.